What's up, guys? Welcome back to Matt DIY. So if you clicked on this video, you saw I've got something that's going to change your life. That's right, a tool in your garage. If you work on cars and things like that, this is going to come in super handy. And what I'm talking about is a method of getting lug nuts off of your wheels, right? How to remove lug nuts. So I'm going to start out by showing you the typical method most people use. And after that, I'm going to show you the tool that I recently purchased that takes care of all of that, puts that behind you, and makes life super easy and super nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the usual process it is to go ahead and take a wheel off your car. All right, guys, that's normally what I do when I'm messing around trying to get tires off my car. Drag the hose out, trying to connect it to the air fittings and stuff like that. And while that method does work and does get your lug nuts off, I recently discovered a tool that makes that 100%, 150% easier, quicker, and everything in between. So enough messing around, guys. Let me get the tool and let me show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, folks, this right here is the Milwaukee 2767-20 impact wrench. This thing is a beast. I mean, you can see it for reference there. I got a pretty big hand. It is a beast. It's heavy in your hand, but it feels nice. It's not too heavy. You can one-hand it pretty easy. And I've got a pretty big battery on there, the 5.0, which you can use smaller ones as well. Guys, this thing makes life so much easier when working with lug nuts and working on cars. So this thing, guys, is super nice. I use it every time I'm getting lug nuts off, things like that. I'm going to show you how it works in a minute, but it's just effortless. Brushless motor. Again, it works with any M18 battery and any Milwaukee M18 tool battery. You can swap in here and use, and this will run you about $250-ish, $100. So 250 bucks. But you can find them on sale sometimes, things like that. But it is worth its weight in gold, guys. It comes in so handy. I mean, you don't have to drag out a hose. You don't have to mess around with air fittings popping off and leaking air at you. You just charge up this battery, plug it in here, and this will take off any lug nut you put at it. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to actually show you a lug nut on my daily driver, how easy it takes it off. And then we're going to go to a vehicle that I haven't taken the lug nut off in probably about a year and a half. And I'm going to show you either way, it pops right off, no problem. I believe it has up to about 1,400 foot-pounds of torque-ish. I will update on the screen if that's accurate. I may be off a little bit, but it has a ton of power, and this thing is awesome. Again, I said this is the 2767-20 half-inch impact wrench by Milwaukee. I recently upgraded to all Milwaukee tools, found out they had one of these, and went ahead and went with it because I take off and on a lot of tires, and this comes in super handy. So what do you say we go ahead and try it out and take off a couple of lug nuts? All right, guys, so here we are on my 2010 Volvo XC90. These are the 18-inch rims, and I'm going to show you how easy this Milwaukee just takes these lug nuts off with no effort at all. I'm going to put it on reverse, and I'm also going to just hold it with one hand. Guys, let's put it back in. Let's take out another one. I literally, you don't even have to have wrist strength, guys. All the work is done right here. This thing is incredible, the amount of force and power that it has. I haven't met a lug nut that it doesn't pop off, or any nut for that matter. It will just get in there and tear anything off that you put in front of it. I mean, this thing is incredible. All right, so this vehicle here is one that I don't drive too often, and it's been sitting for probably about, well, all through winter, and I probably haven't popped the wheels off of this thing in probably about a year and a half. So we're gonna go ahead and see what this thing can do. Again, one-handed. And you can see, boom, right off. Put it back on. I'll just go ahead and try to tackle another one. Boom. So guys, I'm telling you right now, if you don't have one of these and you work in a garage a lot with cars, even doing things like, you know, suspension work where you got bolts that are hard to get off and things like that, this thing will tackle them. I mean, you could probably use the toughest air wrench you could buy, and this thing might beat it. I'm not sure exactly what the toughest one is out there, but I know it definitely beats my air wrench by far, the amount of torque that it has. Pretty amazing. Saves a ton of time. I probably take, you know, 10-15 minutes dragging out a hose, hooking up the air to it and all that, waiting for the compressor to fill up. This, you know, a minute to grab it off the shelf, assuming that it's already charged, and you're good to go to pull off your tires, no issues whatsoever. Review wise, as far as battery, I've done, this is a M18 5.0 battery. I've taken off and put back on 4 tires, as well as did that demo there. And as you guys can see, maybe, I'm at still full battery, so it hasn't affected this 5.0 much. So I'd say that the battery life on this is pretty dang good as far as the power is concerned. So Milwaukee Fuel M18 2767-20 impact wrench, 1/2 inch. If you work on cars, get you one of these. It's going to save you time, going to save you headaches, and it's just going to change your life working in a garage and make it so much more enjoyable. So with that, guys, that's about my review on this thing. I know it didn't go super in depth, but it's not like I have to go around and try to take off some super stuck bolts or things like that. I figured I'll show you a couple of tires that have been on for quite a while and just show you with ease it takes them off, and how I don't even have to really, you know, flex my hand to hold it, and it's super easy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it makes you want to go out and get one of these if you work on cars. Not sponsored or anything like that, just a great product that I use that I found out that I really like. So go ahead and get you one. I'll put a link in the description for Milwaukee if you want to go out and get you one. Feel free to go head out and get one of these bad boys to get those lug nuts or other stuck bolts you might have off. And without further ado, guys, until next time, get out there, do it yourself.